Yes. What would be an example that maybe you've had in the past where like if you've concentrated on something like, hey, I want this to happen in my life, and like you just kind of visualized it, what would be an idea of like that for you in your life
Dance,
that's
oh,
happened for
like
you?
that I'm trying to achieve.
Or that just has happened for you, that you have something that's happened to you in your life
Oh,
that's like,
oh, I'm back to yoga. That's the best.
good, 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 good.
Yeah, crow pose has been something I've been working on, and it's that whole balance, rear in the air, strength in the hands and the arm. It's all working together, and uh, I want to be able to hold it. I can get to a crow. It's just getting my both my feet up and at the same time pointed, holding, you know. But the fact that I can at least now do that is monumental. I mean, if you have rheumatoid arthritis, you're on your hands and your wrists, and I know the whole idea is to press your fingers down. Sometimes my fingers are killing me, and I'm like, I can't press them; they hurt. But just getting into that pose is huge for me. Huge for me.
Yeah, that's
That is
awesome.
it.
We had we had Kyle Wiegert come into town, and um, over the course of me being an Epic, my wrist mobility has changed.
Mhm,
So my wrists no longer bend a certain way anymore.
mhm.
That just haven't, and so I stopped really trying to engage in a handstand. I was like,
Ugh,
well, I guess handstands don't really work for me anymore, right? But it's that sense of like I can't do it, right? Instead of looking for other ways and other
right.
options, I just was like, okay, can't do it, don't do it.
Do it.
But I didn't visualize any other possibility. And so it wasn't until the handstand workshop and I brought these handlebars and I hadn't even used them yet.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I brought them and I said, okay, I'm going to just try these. And then he walked over and he said, do these three things. And then all of a sudden I was back into a handstand again. And I hadn't done one in over a year. And I
Oh,
was like, okay, I have to write that off that I can't do
right.
it. Right.
There's I know there's ways for us to do it, and I know certain things, like dancer, that's going to require a lot of work for me, but it's an aspiration of mine. I ordered a strap yesterday. I've been working with I had a wrist wrap from title boxing way back, and I've been working just trying to get my leg up. Another problem from rheumatoid arthritis was I've had both my knees replaced, and so the
Gotcha.
apparatus themselves do not have the flexibility like regular knees do. So you have to work around that. And for a while they said, oh, you'll never be able to do this, and you'll never. And I'm like, you can't tell me I'll never be able to do that. So I've always been that, oh, I can do it. And it's just finding that other way to do it. Double pigeon, that took getting those apparatus in a comfortable position to flex, and re-strengthening my quads has been uh, a long process, but it's getting there. They're just getting there. It may take 8 years, it may take 10 years, but where else am I going to go? I have to
Hmm.
be able to do it one day. One day.
Yes, I love that. And it might not even take years. It might take just months. It might
It,
take
it,
10 months.
exactly. I've got the time. I've got the space. I've got you guys. You know, all's good. We can do this.
Oh yeah, totally. Well, what is like one of your favorite things about yoga specifically and about even your yoga practice or
Oh,
just yoga in general?
the mental clarity, the emotional connection. I think one of my first few classes in the studio during shavasana, I was crying. They would my like tears running out my eyes. I don't know where it came from. I don't know if it was a sadness or a joyful. I don't know. I don't remember, but I remember thinking, "Oh dear God, what's this release here?" But there's just such joy that comes through. There's certainly frustrations if you let it go there, like, oh, I'm beating myself up. I can't. And what I love most is you get out of your head. You get out of your head, you practice the breathing. And I remember when I first started, I'm like, breath, what? And I'm like, Leanne, what's breath all about? She goes, oh my gosh. And she, went into the whole spiel about breath. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And then I bought into it. I mean, look at everything around us that requires calm breathing or a certain type of breathing. Sports, swimming, which I'm back doing, having a baby, calming your mind, calming your heart, breath. It all comes back to our breath, every bit of it. And I'm over there going, breath work? Come on. I get it. She's always right.
Well, and I think that and the specific ways in which we can control our own breathing to change our emotional, the breath work is a way to control your emotional regulation and to be able to get yourself back into that state to where in which you are calm and centered and able to receive whatever is coming at your way, whether it's a, negativity maybe on social media or an email and or like an assignment that you're responsible for that you're like, oh, that just slips through the cracks, these things happen throughout every day. And the way in which we're able to come back to a state of calm, come back to a state of regulation, come back to a state of being able to handle whatever, it is that centering in the breath work. Yes.
Exactly. And I would have never thought that. I've even told my kids that. My daughter having her baby, I said, just remember, it is about how you breathe through this. She didn't go to any Lamaze classes because of COVID. And she was just like, I know I've watched all this breath, but I go, it's all the breathing. It's all breathing. And that girl, her labor was so easy because of her breath work and her ability to just kind of calm herself. And it's just, it's so simple and easy, but we make it complicated.
We're human.
We are.
Something easy? What? How can I make this complicated?
I want to make it harder because it's supposed to be.
Right? Try easy. That's one of my favorite Barron is.
Try easy.
Try easy.